Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Music Lab podcast. My name is Dogg, and I'm so excited to be back with all of you for another episode of the podcast. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us. That helps the bands and artists that we feature. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR. Outfitters.com. Don't just wear, RAR. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, we have our second episode of our Road to AmeriCanaFest. Rum, rum. So, ladies and gentlemen, we did our episode one last time. We featured five bands. AmeriCanaFest. It is happening this year, September 9th to the 13th in Nashville, Tennessee. And it is the 25th anniversary of AmeriCanaFest. So, kind of like South by Southwest in Austin, day parties during the day, showcases at night. There's conferences, panels, discussions, all that kind of stuff. And it really showcases a city like Nashville and like Austin. So all these music venues get to host these parties, get to host these showcases, get to host these concerts. So there are over, I think, 200 bands that are playing. Like I said, we did five last time. We're doing five more artists and bands this year that you should, if you're going to the festival, check them out. If not, you can check them out. And then when they come to a city or town near you, you can go see them for yourselves. And of course, we have our Spotify playlist that'll be in the notes of this episode and on our anywhere you listen to this episode, it will have that link. So you can listen to all 15 songs that we are featuring. So let's kick it off, ladies and gentlemen, with a lady. Her name is Imogen Clark. She's got a bunch of albums, Love and Loneliness, or I'm sorry, Love and Lovely Lies, that came out in 2016. Collide came out in 2018. The Making of Me came out in 2020. The Art of Getting Through came out last year. And then this year, she put out an album called Choking on Fuel. The songs that I'm featuring are Sebastian, Squinters, and All Hard Feelings. You know, Nashville is home now, but Australia and a rough area of Western Sydney was where she grew up. And this singer-songwriter who ends her latest album with a fantastic cover of Sheryl Crow's If It Makes You Happy, as each of her five studio albums are kind of like personal diaries. Her songs touch on mental health, relationship struggles, and her battle with an eating disorder. An artist who is on the rise, and with each album, a step closer to stardom. Our next artist, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Slim Dan. The albums were a remix called Second Dinner that came out this year, the album Second Dinner that came out last year, and then the EP To Anyone Who Cares that came out in 2022. The songs I'm featuring are Problem Solver, Wimbledon White, and MVP. Danny Silberstein is Slim Dan, and he is from Sherman Oaks, California. He left the West Coast and his Jewish family and community for Berklee School of Music, and ever since has balanced his heritage with the industry and conveying honesty and authenticity into each of his songs. When he isn't playing music, he loves to play basketball and hang out with his bulldog. And what's cool is he gets to open for Matt Mason for 11 dates this fall and try not to lose his voice midway through a show. The next artist, ladies and gentlemen, is J. Isaiah Evans and Boss Tweed. They've had singles since last year, and their debut album, Americana Radio, oddly enough, came out this year. The songs I'm featuring are A Thing for You, Let's Rock, and Americana Radio. After fronting the band The 40 Acre Mule for a decade, this Dallas-born and bred guitarist now has a power trio consisting of Matthew Vasquez on organ and drummer Spud Crowley, and they remind you of Jack White, Bo Diddley, and Chuck Berry. This album was recorded in just 2 days at Memphis Magnetic Recording Company and makes you want to dance in the streets, drive in your convertible with the volume way up, or listen in a smoky dive bar. Evans himself describes his music as garagicana rock and roll, and we can't wait till he blows the roof off a Nashville joint. Our next artist and band, ladies and gentlemen, they are called Dogg, D-U-G, and they've had singles out this year, and their debut album comes out on September 19th, about a week and a half before AmeriCanaFest, and it's called Have At It. The songs I'm featuring are Live Long Day, Good Time People, and Have At It. Irish singer-songwriter Connor Lorcan O'Reilly and California banjo player Johnny Pickett formed in October of 2023 and had their first single, Jubilee, nominated for 2 Grammys last year. Their appearance at AmeriCanaFest will be your only chance for the rest of the year to see this rising duo in America, as they play in Australia in October and UK and Ireland dates in November. Really excited to see these guys live too. So definitely check them out and look for them again when they come to a city near you. Our last artist, ladies and gentlemen, his name is Wyatt Ellis. He's had singles since 2023, and he had an album called Happy Valley come out in 2024, his debut. The songs I'm featuring are Sandy Gap, Choo Choo Coming, and Grassy Cove. At 16 years young, he has already played the Grand Ole Opry, the Newport Folk Festival, and will be playing Bourbon and Beyond Festival after this one. His debut album, like I spoke about, had 10 of his 12 tracks reach the top 10 on bluegrass radio stations. That's pretty incredible. Growing up near the Smoky Mountains, he has already played with Billy Strings, Sierra Hall, and Marty Stewart. And his finger picking is top notch as he plays the mandolin, the guitar, the fiddle, and piano. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your 5 artists and bands that are playing at AmeriCanaFest 2025. Imogen Clark, Slim Dan, J. Isaiah Evans and Boss Tweed, Dogg, and Wyatt Ellis. So, ladies and gentlemen, the day parties that we are planning to go to and support the brands, labels, and artist management agencies in our 3-night, 4-day stay in Nashville. We've got Paul McDonald's One Big Love at the Acme Feed and Seed. We've got the September Social by our friends at Keystone Artists Connect at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge. We've got the Madison House Party at New Heights Brewing Company. And finally, or no, I'm sorry, two more. There will be Dogg's Party by the New West Records and Oh Boy Records at the Skinny Dennis. And finally, one of our favorites at South by, Paste Magazine and Illegal Mezcal. They have an Americana Fest party at Love and Exile. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, so excited. We are counting down the days till we get to go to Americana Fest. So if you're going, hope to get to see you there. Come say hi. If not, like I said, come see these bands when they come to a town near you. So again, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our social media pages. That helps us. That helps the bands and artists that we feature. Also, check out our sponsor, RAR Outfitters. That's RAWR. Outfitters.com. Don't just wear, RAR. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, I've been Dogg. You've been great. This is the Music Lab Podcast.